So if you're asked to graph this equation in red without a calculator, you will benefit from seeing the basic ideas of how to graph a sinusoidal function like sine or cosine. So in black is the general structure for a sinusoidal function. I've identified each part. You can see that in our example we don't have a c, so that just means it's not going to be shifted from the origin. Sine always starts from the origin unless it's shifted, because it also doesn't have a d. It's not plus or minus anything, so it has no vertical shift. But ours has an amplitude of 3, and an amplitude just means how high and how low the sinusoidal function runs. So we start at the origin. The amplitude means it's going to go as high as as positive 3, and as low as negative 3. So that's what that A means. It's how high and how low it waves. And then the other important piece that we have is the period. And the period is always found by taking 2 pi and dividing it by the absolute value of your b. In this case, b is pi. So 2 pi divided by pi, our period is 2. And a period just means how many spaces on the x-axis it takes before the function starts repeating itself. So if we have a period of 2, an amplitude of 3, that means we need to go all the way up to positive 3, all the way down to negative 3, and repeat by the time we get back to 2, because our period was 2. That means the function needs to start repeating as soon as you get to negative 2. So there we are at 4, because that's another period. Now if we're going to go another period, this needs to be at 6, and that's supposed to go down to negative 3. I'm terrible at drawing. I think you get the idea. I'm cutting it off it's supposed to be cut off at positive 3 and at negative 3, because that's how high or how low we go. And that's the graph. I mean, you can repeat the graph on the other side, just doing the exact reverse. Oops, that's terrible. Terrible. Yeah. Okay, you get the idea. You can make it do the same thing over on this side too.